get started today. The first one we're going to do is those horizontal wrists with shoulder stretching. So you're going to extend those arms out, and then you're just going to hold it there, and you're also doing that shoulder stretch. So biggest thing is you can either hold it or you can move in and out. So your choice. Make sure the biggest thing we focus is continue to focus on breathing. So inhale, exhale. From here, a modification for this is if you do have shoulder pain, the same thing I've always talked about is just individualize it. So just go one wrist at a time. So you can keep going. We got about 10 more seconds. The next one we're going to do is vertical wrist. So you're going to elevate up, and you can hold it, or some people like to do movement. Your choice. Just get those shoulders moving. Good job, Jim. Good job, Sam. And same thing, if you have shoulder pain or previous shoulder surgery, then just go ahead and just go right to the center. You don't have to elevate. You have to be worrisome of. The next one we're going to do is a triceps and side stretch. So meaning you're going to take your left arm, put it behind your neck and the head, and then you're leaning to the right. A modification for this is you can get that band, and then you're just extending in front of you that 90 degrees. So both work. Good job, everyone. In about 5 seconds, we're going to rotate. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rotate. Hey, good morning, Afton. We're just getting started.
All right, we forgot to register.
So keep going. I'm just going to get some music going. Next one we're going to do is now you're going to do those shoulder shrugs. So right here, just not, if you're sitting down or on the ground, so go ahead and just raise, deep breath, relax, go down. Good job, everyone. You just see Leslie set her shoulders. You just want to get that going, relax. Next one we're going to do, so continue, we got about 10 more seconds, is the next one you're just going to put those hands behind. Some people are really flexible, so they can touch. If not, you're just extending out. So go ahead and now, even if you're sitting on the ground, you're sitting on your chair, so just flex, and some people like to bring it in. Morning, Christina.
Morning.
We're just starting our warm-up. So some people can really touch it. There you go. Next one you're going to transition is we're going to focus on our wrists. So those prayers, hands up and down. You're just going up and down at your own pace. Modification for this, if you do have wrist pain or wrist injury, same thing, is just individualized, add support, and then go up and down. Good job, Eb. There you go, Leslie. Next one we're going to do is going to be opposing reaches. You're going to start with your right hand. It's going to go overhead. That left hand stays nice and relaxed. Now, modification for this, same thing for if your shoulders or neck, then just go across. Good morning, Frank. We're just getting warmed up. In about 10 seconds, you're going to rotate. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rotate opposite way. Next one in about 5. So continue it. We're going to focus on our trunk. So if you're seated on the chair, it's just shifting that trunk. If you're sitting on the ground, then you either cross. Just start moving in that shift weight. Just start getting that body nice and relaxed. And from here, we're going to transition to the back arch. So meaning you're gonna extend those arms and you're gonna extend back. If you don't want to raise the shoulders, then just go ahead and arch the back. You can lean on your chair. Wherever you feel comfortable, get a nice stretch. From here, we're gonna transition to that cow pose we did last week. So meaning if you're seated on your chair, you're just gonna rest those hands on your knees, and then you're gonna bring forward the spine, and then nice and up. Seated on the ground, it looks the same. Some of y'all may have done yoga, so it may be easier if you know this movement. Good job, Christina. They're bothering Brooke in the office. Tell them you're stretching. And our last one we're gonna do a hip opener. So if you're seated on your chair and you're able to move your legs and you're just gonna open up those hip flexors, you can hold it. If not, you go manual. You just move them, your hands. If you're on the ground, it'll look like a butterfly. And then where you feel comfortable, just nice and relaxed. Make sure you're breathing. So some people like tension. A lot of people use bands for this. Get those hip flexors open, the hips. Good job, everyone. All right. So we're going to go into today's topic, and those that are, I think only Rachel is new. She's observing. If everyone can bring out their kits, I want you to pull out the spiky ball, or one of them. There's one that's firm, one that is not. So we're going to go over that today. Just keep evolving the different things we can use it for. So for today, we're going to focus on specific areas that this might work. And then just like I said, if it doesn't feel good, then go ahead and grab another one. But this is just some of the areas I found that could, potentially work for us. If, like I said, if it doesn't, go ahead and grab a different ball that's in the kit. And then by all means, go ahead and exchange. So the first one we're going to focus on today, and make sure everyone's muted, it's going to be the foot. So a lot of us get pain in the foot. So for me, there's a couple ways. The first modification, like always, is you can use the palm, you can grip it, you can use your forearm. And if you're in a seated position and it feels comfortable, you could bring your leg and your foot towards your knee and just hand roll it. Now, if you're on the ground, you can move it with your foot, just up and down to the heel. There's a couple. The other variation is if that doesn't feel good or you want more, you can use your roller stick now and then really get into it, just up and down. So same thing as, remember, hand roll. You use your palm, you can use your forearm, anything that'll just make it feel good. And we're going to focus on that for about 20, 30 seconds. I'll transition us to the next one. So this one can be done standing as well. And now it's just more balance as well. And you're just getting in there in the soleus of the foot. So biggest thing is to never feel pain as we progress with each of these. It's maybe a little bit of discomfort, but like I said, it's not pain from the research we found. The next one, as you continue, it's going to be the chest. So the pectorals. And this one's really good because the purpose of focusing in this area is to also work on our front of our shoulders. So today we're going to target different areas of our shoulders. And Brooke, I'll make sure you get one. You can do massaging. So I'll talk about it as everyone else is using the kit. So there's a couple ways to do the pectoral, the chest. So you can grab your spiky ball. You can use your hand, your forearm, whatever you choose. A lot of people also use a yoga block or like a book. And then now, for example, I'll use this frame. Now you're not using your hand or your forearm, and you can just put that targeted pressure and then just rotate. So you can use a book. The other way you can do this, like Christina was saying last week, is you can go to a wall, and I really can't, but you can just put that pressure there. If you wanted more, you can go on the ground and lay down. And then for you, Brooke, we've explored different techniques. You could do what's called kneading with your thumb, and you're gonna go circular. You can also do what's called squeezing, which is a C grip, and then you're right here squeezing, or targeted pressure. So as you continue, the big focus at why we're starting in the pectorals and the chest is because it's the front, it works with the front of the shoulder, and then we're gonna expand out to the other sides. So good job, everyone. Next one we're gonna do, and continue by, if you enjoy that or you wanna continue working on that area, you don't have to keep moving, it's just, we don't have a lot of time. The next one's gonna be the back of the shoulders. For this one, you wanna focus starting at the back, and this one's kind of harder with the balls. This is where you can go to the ground when you're at home or you feel comfortable. The hand roller stick is where I could really get in there. And then if you want to get on the ground, make sure you're comfortable. You're going to take the ball, you place it on the back of the shoulder, and then you just let gravity do its work. You can move around side to side, or like Don is using the hand roller stick, if that works better for you. That'll be the next one you focus. And Leslie was talking about this week, the shoulders. So a big thing with shoulders too is a lot of us, if you slouch too, that's how you want to start with the pectoral. And when everything you do, breathe, bring those shoulders nice and back. So the next one we're gonna move into with the spiky ball that really, really could work is if you're in a chair, you're gonna work on the glute area. So basically this one, you just stand up, or you can shift weight, and then you're just gonna place it on the glute. Our glute is made up of 3 parts. So just where it feels nice and tender, and then you can just lean in to that side. That's the way. If you're on the ground, same thing. Bobby seems like he's not liking it, or he may be liking it. So yeah, this, and then now for this one, you can evolve once you continue to do it. You can do another add to it, is where if you're sitting on a chair, you cross your leg. And if you're on the ground, you cross your leg. And if not, then you can just massage with your hand. You could do the IT band too. The IT band, there's a lot of different research for it. I would say just hand roll. I wouldn't recommend. A lot of people get crazy with the foam roller and they put weight on it, but the IT band, which is, our TFL and things like that, it's just so tender, especially those that cycle or run, that it's already inflamed. You don't want to put more pressure, especially not body weight pressure. So you can just hand roll. The hip flexor too, this one is right on the hip. You can find it where the crest is, and then you can just use the spiky ball too and just roll. There's a lot of areas. Good job, Frank. Sorry, Brooke, I need to get you a kit. I could talk about massaging too. We did it a couple weeks ago. So from here, the hip flexor. So now you transition from the glutes, and you can stay in that area, but I'm moving fast just because last time we didn't make it all the way. So hip flexor, just think the side right here, and sometimes you feel pain when you're cycling, things like that. So the spiky ball, you can just roll on the side of the leg. Beyond that, we're gonna go next to our calves. So this one is if you're seated and you're able to reach comfortably, there's 2 parts to the calf muscle. There's the outer part, and then there's the inner. So basically, the fancy terminology, the gastrocnemius and the soleus. So we're gonna start with the outer part. If you're seated in a chair, then you can hand roll. You can use your forearm wherever your grip feels comfortable, and do the outer part. Essentially, if you're on the ground, there's a couple ways. I know people have done it with the foam roller. You can do it with your stick. Is you're gonna place the ball right on the outer part of the calf, and then you can just lean to the outer side, roll. You can grab your foam roller stick and just get the outer part. And then we're gonna move into the inner part of the calf muscle. So that's that big chunk. You're just gonna get there. And then for those that are really sore in the calves, you can start feeling it right away. So good job, everyone. For Brooke, you can do the kneading, like real like massage, just get in there.
I got a dog toy, so
Nice.
it may not be a spiky ball, but it's at least kind of hard.
Thanks for adapting. If she's there. But yeah, so the thing with a calf muscle or these smaller muscles, you want something that's a little bit more precise. I know we've talked about things where it's bigger, like our quad or hamstring. You want to use that big foam roller, or if you're going to do targeted pressure. So continue on. The next one, now we're going to go into new areas. So the first one we're going to do, and this is now preference, it doesn't have to be the spiky ball. We're going to focus on those lats. So those big, and this way, I would say if you're in a seated position, you're going to use that foam roller stick. The lats are huge muscles. So you can go here with the foam roller stick. Now those that are on the ground and feel comfortable, or you can do it on your chair, just be a little bit more trickier. You can get your ball. If you can place it and then lay back on it, but I would say the ground is the easiest place, is you're gonna take the ball, find that lat muscle, and then you could just lean on it nice and relaxed when you're at home. So that's a new one we have in a new area, a new muscle. As you continue, we're gonna do the biceps. So if you're standing, I saw Michelle do it earlier, is you just roll it on the bicep muscle, nice and relaxed at your own pace. A new way is you can go on the ground. You're gonna take the thicker one and then lean and then just roll the bicep on the ball. So that's a couple ways. So as you continue, I'll keep going over the area. The next one is our traps. So big trap muscles, same thing. You could use the ball foam roll with your palm, with your forearm, with the foam roller stick, just different areas. And next week, we're gonna go into what Jim asked is about pressure points. So really you can use the stick, and then now you can find those pressure points and just press down. There you go. So Jim likes the foam roller stick. So the final thing we're going to talk about, because this spiky balls, and I know we're on a crunch, is we're going to go into some cool down exercises, but really targeted on our shoulders. So for this one, and let me find the sheet. So the first one you're gonna do, we're gonna start with our head. So you're gonna do head nod. So you're just gonna go up and down, nice and relaxed. Biggest thing with this, I want you to focus on breathing. Go nice and slow. We're gonna focus on our head, neck, our shoulders. From here, you're gonna go into a chin tuck. So bring that chin down, inhale, and bring it nice and up. Good job, everyone. And the next one we're gonna focus is lateral flexion. So just fancy side to side, nice and slow. Especially if you have a neck injury, you just want to go at your range of motion. And remember to breathe. Good job, everyone. Next one we're going to do is the fun stuff, is the shoulders. So we're going to focus The first one is our flexion. We're gonna start with our left. You're gonna go arm up, palms. Just gonna rise up, go to your range of motion. So nice. You're gonna do it 3 times on the left side, and then we're gonna rotate to the right. So go ahead and transition once you hit your 3. So if you can see, some of us have really good range of motion. Some can go all the way nice and comfortable. Some can go here. From here, you're gonna start with your left. You're gonna do shoulder abduction, meaning palms are facing away like a jumping jack. So you're gonna bring that up, nice and controlled. And remember to breathe. Good job, Yulene. Good job, Frank. Once you hit your 3, go ahead and rotate. Good job, Bobby. There you go, Sam. Good job, Christina, Afton. Once you get your 3, now we're gonna do shoulder rotation. This is where our shoulders may be tighter. You're gonna start palms facing away from you, and then you're gonna go up and down. So some maybe have way more range of motion than others. So do it nice and controlled, breathe. Good job, everyone. And our last one we're gonna do for the shoulders is a reach back. So you're just gonna have those arms relaxed if you're sitting on the ground or on your chair. And I just want you to bring them back where it feels comfortable. And come back in. You're gonna do 5 at your own pace. So make sure you're breathing. So what we just did, it's hitting every angle of our shoulder, from the front to the back to the side to the lateral. Good job. Once you hit your 5, I'll prompt us to get started. Next one we're gonna focus is gonna be the elbow and the forearm. The first one we're gonna do is basically almost like a bicep curl. So bring those arms in and down. You're gonna do 5 sets at your own pace. Nice breathing. I want you, when you go to the top, squeeze your bicep. So it's an active stretch. Good job, everyone. Good job, Beb. Once you hit your 5, then we're gonna transition to a forearm rotation. So bring them down, relax a little bit. You're gonna bring them up the same way you did. You're gonna hold, and you're rotating those forearms towards your face. You're gonna do 5. If you're on the ground, then you would just try to keep those elbows in, and then you're bringing them in. Good job, everyone. Once you hit your 5, bring those hands down, relax. We're gonna go to our breathing. So trunk, you're gonna do raises or just relax right here in front of you. If you're able to, bring them high, deep breath. You're gonna transition to the right. Go, make sure you're breathing. In 3, 2, 1, we're gonna rotate to the left. Good job, Donna. Good job, Afton. Now you're gonna go back. Good hold. Good job, everyone. And we're gonna go forward. Just stretch forward, and then you're gonna paint the fence. So meaning you're just gonna bring those arms down. Whether you're seated, come back up. You're gonna do 5 of them. So it's almost like a row and then a reach. So go at your own pace. There you go. Good job. Really exaggerate that extension. Bring it down and then reach. All right. Once you get done, we'll let everyone catch up. Grab some water. I forgot. Make sure you're drinking water too. Stretching is still a workout. Foam rolling is too. Everything is active. Last one we're gonna do is our breathing. So We're gonna start with our palms together. Remember, if you can't elevate all the way, your shoulders are different reasons, and just go here. But if you can, you're gonna go at your own pace. Breathe in at your own pace, and then coming down when you exhale, you breathe out. You're gonna do 5 at your own pace. Good job, Jim. Good job, Christina. There you go, Donna. Good job, Frank. Once you hit your 5, now you're just gonna do 3 of them. So I'll let everyone. Okay. Sorry for the dogs if you can hear them. Next one we're gonna do, that's the final one, and then I'll go over what we're gonna go over next week. It's gonna be palms facing away. You're just gonna rise up, same thing, breathe, and just let it come down. You're gonna do a total of 3 at your own pace. If you want to close your eyes, just relax. Once you're done, we are done. We can have a social. We still got